on? Probably a lot. So let me tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a drug-free daily supplement that helps your body fight pain naturally. It doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In about 3 weeks, you'll discover what it's like to feel better. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF and save on your first order. That's 1-800-4RELIEF.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Teen vaping in the U.S. has dropped to its lowest level in a decade.
That's according to new survey data. U.S. health officials say the drop in the number of teens using e-cigarettes has pushed the underage vaping rate to below 6%. They attributed the decline to fewer high school students using Elf Bar and other vapes that come in fruit and candy flavors. The drop in vaping didn't coincide with a rise in use of other products, such as nicotine pouches. Sales of small flavored pouches like Zen have surged among adults, but the survey shows their use remains rare among teens. John Scott reported.
After months of dozens of restaurant closings and headlines about endless shrimp woes, Red Lobster is poised to soon exit from Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. A bankruptcy judge approved the seafood chain's sale to a lender group led by asset manager Fortress. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters.
Off and on wet forecast for you with the rains continuing, a threat to flooding. So the watch continues for that through Friday night. The rains heavy at times and likely rounds coming and going. Likely tomorrow and tomorrow night, some thunderstorms in the mix. Most of that tapers down to just widely scattered Saturday. With a front pushing everything mostly south, it's less humid Sunday with a morning low of 60s. The highs under sunshine going to low 80s. Nothing in the tropics for us to be concerned with right now. Ralph Sanji, WGSO. Guns, hunting items, and fishing equipment. New and collectibles, knives, archery, and more. At Cajun Coast Gun Show. 9 to 5 Saturday, 9 to 3 Sunday. September 7th, September 8th. At Morgan City Municipal Auditorium. 728 Myrtle Street, Morgan City. Admission for all military, past and present at half price. Free for all law enforcement in uniform or with ID. 12 and under free. For more info, click rrrevents.com.
The views expressed on Only Good Vibes News Network are solely those of its hosts and guests. They in no way reflect the views of WGSO AM 990.
Good people,
good music,
good food,
good arts,
good energy,
good information,
good medicine,
good time,
good vibes,
good news.
Welcome to New Orleans' Only Good Vibes News Network.
When it's dark, look on the bright side. When it rains, wait on the sunshine. Everybody likes getting them good vibes, 'cause everybody's got a heart on the inside. We can take all the hard lessons, that little loving, and turn them into blessings. Don't complicate it.
What's up out there, Radio Land? This is the Only Good Vibes News Network, brought to you by
Nola Motorsports Park.
Almost
on the West Bank.
Yeah, over on Algiers at 11075 Nicole Boulevard. You can go ride golf carts. You can park your fancy race car there. You can throw an axe, not a people.
You can get
hopefully
up in the arcade.
Yeah, they got some kind of zombie apocalypse or something.
That's
like
right.
That.
They're going to have a zombie paintball apocalypse over there for Halloween. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So welcome, guys. I'm Whistle. And
I'm Jay.
So, Jay, who do we have today?
Today we got John Liss. He's doing wonderful things here for the city of New Orleans with his funky Nola. He's repping a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, and he's spreading a lot of joy and good vibes. Welcome, John. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's not funky Nola, though. It's Jam.
Oh, that's right. Jam Nola. That's right.
Right.
Jam Nola. I'm so sorry.
Jam.
Jam stands for Joy, Art, Music, New Orleans.
Joy, Art, and Music, New Orleans.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yes.
But the way we start every show here is Whistle draws out these Zen cards, and he gives you a couple of thoughts to start out the day, just something to
You
think
got the
about
exact
while
right
you
posture.
catching the good vibes over here at the Only Good Vibes.
Johnny's already got the right posture for
That's
that.
right.
He's
He's
in
zen up.
mode.
I don't really.
If you're
hold
not
the
watching on
Zen
our
pose.
YouTube channel, tune in because
It's
we're doing the Zen hand gestures.
Yeah,
It's
and
the
our
longest Zen
YouTube
pose
channel.
I've ever held.
Yes, the YouTube channel is Only Good Vibes News Network. Go ahead and subscribe to us. The first Zen card is the present. We love to be in the present. The past is over. The future will never come. Now is the only moment that will ever exist. Therefore, live each second to the fullest.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, the present. And then the second Zen card that we have is everybody's favorite, love. Right? Who don't like love? So it says all beings want to be loved and appreciated. I love how you guys got to go there. And that is something that we can give to them. Love completely, unselfishly, and unconditionally.
Love. That's the best gift
Love
of all.
it is.
And look,
Here,
It is.
big love in the studio,
yeah.
boys.
so one thing I do want
Getting
to
all
say
giddy.
that it's a little bit off script, Jay. And
Oh,
I
yeah?
know-
You
I
got
know-
something new
I
for
know how
us?
you love off script.
Oh, I love it when you just change up just in a split second. You
But
never know what
this
this
is-
guy's going to do.
Johnny Liss, not only am I wearing, for the viewers that can't see us, I'm wearing a Jam Nola hat. I am a major
Jam
fan of Jam
Nola.
Nola. And one of the biggest things of Jam Nola that I love is the owners. Like Johnny and Chad are solid cats. They came to New Orleans during a really difficult time and said, hey, let's dump a bunch of cash and stuff like that. And we're going to get deeper into it. But that's basically what they said. Let's go and build something in this place, kind of like Drew Brees and Sean Payton did when we really had a rough time. But their mission is to help offset the negativity that exists in the world by investing in New Orleans culture, community, and creating more opportunities for joy and prosperity through the arts and music. We believe that happiness can overcome all if you immerse yourself and share it with others. Now, that gives me chills because that's just exactly what this show is about, Johnny.
Yeah, your mission statement over there and our show, there's a lot of overlap.
Oh, they're like unbelievably synergistic.
It is
Incredible.
As you can tell,
I
we're
had no
excited
idea.
to have you.
Jam Nola, for those of you who don't know about Jam Nola, it's 17 exhibits celebrating the iconic art, music, and food and theatrics of New Orleans through the eyes of 30 plus local artists and creative partners. It does amazing things for our community. And you wonder what goes when the tourist comes in there, what goes on with all the money? It goes towards nonprofit organizations here that are helping our community. So thank you so much for what you're doing
so
for
welcome.
the studio.
You're so welcome. I think I even wrote that mission statement.
Yeah.
Forgot all about it.
That's a good one.
We're
That's a
using
good
your
one.
words on
Yeah,
it
exactly,
in the best
right,
possible
exactly.
way.
It's not a good one. It's
Sounds
great.
better when you say it.
So I got a question. I've got a few questions
Sure,
for you.
sure.
My question, we'll just jump in. My first question is, when did you think of this amazing idea, and when did you guys actually go live?
All right. So idea-wise, I was put in this world to bring people joy, and I'm an organizer. I'm the guy at Jazz Fest in the '90s. It was put little happy stickers out on everybody, and so Chad and I came up with this crazy idea of how to bring joy through large doses of music and art. And when we there's this trend in the world of immersive experiential museums and everything. I went to one about 10 years ago, and suddenly like the light bulb went off in my head and said, oh my God, we could do this in New Orleans with music and art. And once that happened, it was just everything else just started happening. We needed to have incredible creative partners. We found Kat and Colin from Where Your Art Works, which we could not have done it without them being so deeply rooted in our culture. And then everything else just started happening. We had the mission, the city embraced us. People like Whistle embraced us, and suddenly it just boom, 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 and here it's 40 years later, if you can believe it.
Wow, 4 years. When you started your project, did you feel like it was going to enjoy this type of success? I mean, I do read about your project a lot, and some nationwide magazines as well. Were you planning on this type of success, or were you just doing it as a labor of love, and what would happen?
100% no. I just didn't want to lose a lot of money because like we literally locked everything in Mardi Gras 2020, and the pandemic hit, and we signed all these artists, and we were like starting to pay them to create all this artwork in this space in Noka, and suddenly the pandemic hit, and I'm like, I just said, let's just pay the artist. We're not sure what's going to happen.
Right.
And,
That's amazing.
And then we actually opened with zero tourism.
What a huge leap of faith. I mean, you really had to dig deep
Yeah.
and say, okay, well, I believe in this,
Yeah.
like to pull something like that off.
Yeah, and then like I said, the city embraced us. We thrived in the middle of the pandemic, and then when tourism hit us, if you had said to me we would be the cultural gem of the city 4 years later, I never would have imagined it. If you had told me we'd be supporting the cultural community, I never thought it would have happened. And you were talking about charity and giving back, where we are like giving back is part of our mission.
Yeah.
And no, I never imagined.
That's exactly. You touched right on the second question. You answered the first one. The next one I was going to ask is some of your partners. You mentioned some of those, but one of the things I wanted to ask is who are some of the folks that benefit from you guys helping them out a bit.
Oh, so we started by raising money for Feed the Second Line. Then we started raising money for the Trombone Shorty Foundation, for the Roots of Music, for PFLAG. We just supported Big Frida's cause and did a fundraising during Pride. So we just keep growing the list, and hopefully it'll continue.
Yeah,
that's wonderful and wonderful work.
A question I have. I'm sorry, I'm just really excited about this. I
Me
got
too.
a lot of questions. so how long does it take to do a tour?
To do a stroll, as we call
Stroll,
it.
right?
It takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how many photos you want to take, how much you want to listen to our storytellers. We don't use tour guides; we use storytellers because everything in New Orleans has a story. So if you really want to listen to the storytellers, I would say a good hour and 15 minutes. But you can get, an hour sounds good.
And where are you guys located?
We are at 2832 Royal Street, right right next to Press Street Station, on the
I know
side
where
of
that is.
Noka at the railroad tracks.
Wow, that's a good neighborhood to have a neighbor at Noka. I mean, I think that's like you couldn't put it in a better place to have it like right there near Noka.
For the moment.
Yeah, okay.
When
that's
did you
cool.
start feeling like this was a success? I mean, I know you started right in the pandemic. It was kind of rough going. You had the whole build out. But at one point where you're like, wow, this is successful. We're doing this.
Hoda Coffee and Jenna Bush came to New Orleans 2 years ago. They only picked 2 locations to go to, and we were one of them.
Oh, wow. That's
I
incredible.
would say that's when I was like,
that was when you're like, we really have something
we
going
have
on
something.
here.
And also just, the first guest that came out and just said we brought them joy was probably the other moment.
That is unbelievable, man. So one of the things that so I have a quick question here for you. What's your favorite exhibit?
My favorite exhibit's actually all on a Mardi Gras day, which is actually dedicated to the memory of Royce Osborne and takes you through what Black Carnival is all about.
You know what, John? Actually, when we come back, I
Yeah.
want you to go all through this all on a Carnival Day exhibit
Yeah.
and maybe go through and explain to the people what to expect when
Sure.
they visit there and some of the opportunities they'll have in the room. In the meantime, we're going to have to take a short pause for a worthy cause and let our
got it.
sponsors talk for a little while.
Sure, Jamie.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're here in the studio talking with Cultural Ambassador from Jam Nola, John Liss.
I like
He has
that.
created a beautiful exhibit of 17 artists celebrating the iconic art, music, food, and theatrics of New Orleans through the eyes of 30-plus local artists and creative partners. And we're just glad to have them in the studio here today. Thank you so much for being on. And we got a whole nother little section coming up, so stick around.
Good vibes. Your virgin is your virgin, sister is your sister. Everyone want to make it, but if for one slice of bread, remember, make we break it. Good life with the good vibes. Virgin is your virgin, sister is your sister.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistlehead, grab yours today for only $40 at the following locations. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support, providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences. Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com. They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills. NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Did you know that Empire State Delicatessen, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue, celebrates its 20th birthday on Sunday, September 9th?
That's right. For 2 decades, Empire State Delicatessen has been serving New Orleans the finest Boar's Head brand meats and cheeses.
Whether you're looking for a quick sandwich for lunch or a catering spread for your next event, Empire State Delicatessen has you covered.
With a wide variety of sandwiches, hot trays, salads, and more. There's something for everyone at Empire State.
And don't forget about their signature Fat Cat sandwich, featuring a full pound of hot grilled pastrami on toasted rye with melted Swiss and yellow mustard.
Empire State Delicatessen is open Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also order online through Uber Eats or DoorDash.
So come on down to Empire State Delicatessen and celebrate 20 years of deliciousness.
Getting ready to host a party but feeling overwhelmed? Gray's Gardens is here to help. From intimate to extravagant, Gray's Gardens creates delicious charcuterie boards, tables, and boxes. We're not just talking meat and cheese here. We've got nuts, almonds, honey, sweets, seafood, and so much more. We also offer hassle-free Bloody Mary bars with all the fixings. Make a big impression on your guests. Olympic-themed boards are popular this year, or you could liven up your game day parties this football season with custom-built tables. Gray's Gardens takes care of everything, from setup to cleanup. So contact Michelle at Gray's Gardens on Instagram today. Gray's Gardens, charcuterie meets attitude.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
Everybody ain't breezy, and I hope you realize when you look into another person's eyes, you know today will be a very good day just to have a good day. You know today will be a very good day just to have a good day. With a little more
Love and a little more light and a little more love and a little more laughter. We're back, y'all, and for WGSO 990 live with Johnny Liss, Jay, and Whistle at Only Good Vibes News Network, brought to you by Nola Motorsports Park on the West Bank in Avondale over there, where you can go crazy if you want to with your fast car. So we're back with Johnny. Johnny, we left you with the question, what was your favorite exhibit? And we want you to delve a little bit more into it, if you will.
Well, first of all, the artists that created the exhibits, they're all incredible. I can't say I have a favorite, but All on Mardi Gras Day is all about connections and the love of this city. It was a 2003 documentary all about Black Carnival with Baby Doll, Second Line, Skeletons, and Indians in it. And we worked with
Rich Culture.
Yeah, Rich Culture. And Royce Osborne is no longer with us today, but we worked with his family to actually create the documentary. And it teaches people. It like people just play back, because we don't want people coming and just get a photo opportunity. We want them to come in and learn something cultural about our city. And that's where the magic happens once they get through that room.
Yeah, I mean, you started off sort of making an art exhibit, and you ended up sort of making a cultural education exhibit in a way.
Absolutely,
a way to really hip outsiders as to what's actually happening on the streets in New Orleans when they see one of these walking clubs go by, like what that means.
Yes,
the context of it almost.
Yeah, and actually, you could learn about almost from marching clubs, walking clubs. All of that you can learn when you come visit us.
And Mardi Gras Indians as well.
Absolutely. We absolutely talk about Indians. Absolutely.
One of my favorite exhibits that I've seen pictures of that you guys have is the large crawfish boil, where it looks like a crawfish is like boiling.
Yeah, I think the world has seen the crawfish.
Is that a crowd favorite?
It is the crowd pleaser. You actually go through, we call it the rabbit hole, and you pop up, and you're suddenly in a crawfish pot. You're boiling right there, and and
it's brilliant, by the way.
It's crazy, especially if you know how to do a boomerang.
So here's a crazy question. So it's 2020, you guys came. So since 2020, how many people you think have walked through your place?
Oh, I don't think I know. About 250,000 people have been through Jam Nola. We're hitting over 100,000 a year right now and growing.
So just think about that for a second, folks. Everybody that can hear this. This guy had a vision and he started to plan it. And during the middle of a pandemic happens, and so he still goes through with it. And 4 years later, here he is with over 200,000 people already walked through. Now, if you're a New Orleanian, you need to find your way down there to the Bywater and go and support every single thing about Johnny and Chad that they do here. Jamie,
what's happening, my man? We're spreading the good vibes today.
So I want to ask, I got a text from, what's the cost of a ticket?
Oh, sure.
And to get in, and what days are you guys open and hours, and how much, is there any discounts?
Well, first of all, we love our locals. So every Thursday is local day. So they're getting a great discount. I think it's half price, but
okay, we won't quote us, but it's definitely a good discount.
It's $29 on the weekday and $31 on the weekend to go to Jam. And there's military discounts, student discounts.
That's great.
Absolutely.
It's like a museum feel, but more of a fun museum. You know,
Yeah,
the museum is like you can't touch anything; you just go there to look. But Jam Nola is an interactive experience. You get to go and play with things and be a part of the exhibits.
Yeah,
right?
Jamie, we think museum's a little bit dated. That term.
Yeah.
So we're actually using the word cultural funhouse. We're New Orleans
Cultural funhouse. I love it.
funhouse, which
You guys are definitely
sure have fun
pioneers.
there.
You guys are
I still have fun there.
But you guys are definitely pioneers, because I'm trying to think of anything around here in New Orleans that has had that before, and I can't really think of anything.
John, you're getting ready to move into a new location. Tell us a little bit about your expansion.
Oh, so we are we need to get bigger. When we need to bring in new artists and keep supporting the community. People have to make a special trip down to Noka to see us. So we feel like we need to get closer to the quarter, and so through again, just people loving Jam Nola, we are moving, and we got a building, and we're moving to 940 Frenchman Street. The construction is going crazy, and we are gonna open before the Super Bowl. So
where is that into relation to the part of Frenchman Street where everybody sort of jams out to all the music and stuff?
So the music, so we're kitty corner from Loretta's Pralines, a block from St. Claude. We are going to unite the St. Claude St. Claude Arts District with the Frenchman Street Music Corridor. That's my next vision.
Man, I haven't seen so many people breathe life into that area since Press Kabakov.
Yeah,
it's
pretty cool. Do a drive by.
You guys are doing a heck of a job, man. I'm really proud of you guys, and I mean it's an inside job, because I've been there. I love it. You can actually even buy a bobblehead doll of Whistle Monster.
You sure can. You sure can. Yeah.
Yes,
and you've inspired a few of our hats too, man. So.
Yes.
Speaking of the Whistle Monster bobblehead, our advertising partner Gray's Gardens has a special going on. That if you go to her Instagram and follow her and tag hashtags OGBNN, that's Only Good Vibes News Network, you can enter to win a Whistle bobblehead themed charcuterie board for Saints away game.
You get 3 chances. You get to like them, you get to hashtag us on it, and then share it. That's 3 entries for you. And that'll be pulled on the 12th, which is next Thursday, our next show for the first away game. So you could don that.
When are you planning on opening this new place on Frenchman Street?
We are going for January. Is the idea? Yeah, that's fine. I say with a smile on my face, but it's happening.
Well, so then, so maybe a 12th night opening kind of a vibe.
Yeah, actually, that's getting pretty close. Maybe about a week later.
Okay.
We haven't officially told anybody, so everyone on the
line. So
another first.
You heard it first on OGBNN, although it may not be true. We don't know how.
I don't know. Yeah, but the cool thing though is we in the location we're at, we're going to start the 100-day countdown on September 23rd. So if you haven't been, you got about 120 days to get down to that location before we change it. It's not the same art exhibits. It's all new.
Oh, you're not going to have the crawfish pot anymore?
The crawfish will be coming out of something different, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh, they're going to switch it.
It's a whole new story about our city.
That is so cool.
So there's 2 things. One is the new exhibits. I saw that you guys have one for Jelly. You got a new
right.
exhibit.
Oh, we do. So Jelly Joseph is our music our music ambassador. And of course, we had to create a beautiful piece of artwork. So there's an amazing artist, Io Scott in New Orleans.
I know Io.
And Io created a beautiful portrait of Jelly painted on a bamboo shade when you walk in.
Super cool.
Wow. So look, guys, it's at 2832 Royal Street. You got to get down there and see this. But they got starting on the 23rd. It's going to be a countdown.
100 days.
100 days. So you got 100 days to get in there and get you some Jam Nola gear. I have like all the Jam Nola gear. I've been trying to talk to him and to Johnny and Chad and to kind of get me my own line because I don't like wearing the same thing that everybody has. I bought every hat, so I can't. I guess that's kind of
Hey, when you're a super fan, you're a super fan.
Exactly.
I am a super fan of Jam Nola.
Limited edition.
Yes,
Excellent,
absolutely.
Excellent. We're here live in the studio on Only Good Vibes News Network. I'm Jay, and this is my man, the whistle. Ooh, he got that whistle under control for the audience. We're not blowing your headphones on anymore. And we're here talking live to Jam Nola's founder, my founder, John Liss. He founded that with his friend and partner, Chad Smith, a creative partnership with Where Ya At Artworks New Orleans founders Catherine Todd and Colin Ferguson also has a big part of that. They're moving to a new location. We wanted to tell you about it here today to bring the Only Good Vibes and send you over there to catch some good pictures for your social media.
Awesome.
And also, John, if you want to stay with us and listen to the Doctor and Scorch, you're more than welcome to take, and we can take questions towards the end. But if you guys got something to do and you got to bounce, that's cool too. We really love having you here, Johnny. It's been a pleasure. And if you want to hang out with us, that's cool.
Don't forget to check out Jam Nola online and go over there and see it for yourself. It's a really beautiful place.
Grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans. Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience. Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon to NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball event. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle. Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAmotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park, where excitement never stops.
King Food Store reminds everyone that the blood you donate gives someone another chance at life. Someday that someone might be a friend, a loved one, or even you. So please give blood and give the gift of life. That's courtesy of King Food Store at 4101 Jamonville Street in New Orleans. That's where they care about your total satisfaction with their selections, service, quality, and price. You're not just a number there, you're a friend.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Colleen Crane. A flood watch is in effect for nearly all of South Louisiana through Friday night for southwest areas and Saturday morning for southeast Louisiana. National Weather Service meteorologist Kevin Gilmore says the prolonged rain is increasing the chances of flooding.
We're just in that wet pattern. It could be continuing through overnight, and even on the day on Friday, it's looking relatively wet.
The National Hurricane Center has now labeled the Gulf low responsible for the rain Invest 90L. Some models give the system a brief chance of developing into a tropical storm, but wind shear along the Gulf Coast decreases those chances. An expected weekend cold front will push the system south, but some areas could get 10 inches of rain before the system's gone. The State Fire Marshal's office says the deadly house explosion in Beauregard Parish over the weekend was likely caused by a propane leak. A 16-year-old boy was killed in the explosion in Ragley. 5 others, including a 2-year-old boy, remain hospitalized. LRN.
Have you lost Louisiana Medicaid? At healthcare.gov, you can find a low-cost, quality health plan.
Do plans cover doctor visits?
What about emergency care?
And prescriptions?
All covered and more. Plus, with the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar. Hey, what's everyone drinking? 30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Brought to you by Louisiana Highway Safety Commission.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Did you know that Empire State Delicatessen, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue, celebrates its 20th birthday on Sunday, September 9th?
That's right. For 2 decades, Empire State Delicatessen has been serving New Orleans the finest Boar's Head brand meats and cheeses.
Whether you're looking for a quick sandwich for lunch or a catering spread for your next event, Empire State Delicatessen has you covered.
With a wide variety of sandwiches, hot trays, salads, and more. There's something for everyone at Empire State.
And don't forget about their signature Fat Cat sandwich, featuring a full pound of hot grilled pastrami on toasted rye with melted Swiss and yellow mustard.
Empire State Delicatessen is open Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also order online through Uber Eats or DoorDash.
So come on down to Empire State Delicatessen and celebrate 20 years of deliciousness.
Hi, this is Kate Delaney from America Tonight. The show kicks on at midnight, and I'm loving the overwhelming support in New Orleans. What a group of fantastic listeners here on WGSO 990 AM. Join me every morning to catch up on what I call the buzz in your backyard and mine. You'll hear some of the most interesting people on the planet from the world of business, politics, sports, and, well, just intriguing people with a story to tell. If you're around, give us a call. Don't worry, I'll spit out the number plenty of times on the air. Let's agree to meet at midnight right here on WGSO 990 AM in New Orleans.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by me, Mr. Everything. Don't settle for anything. Ask for everything. Who dat?
Welcome back to OGVNN, Only Good Vibes News Network.
And it's the half hour mark. So you know what time it is. It's time to have our buddy Scorch on talking about what's good for your body. Scorch, are you there with us on the telephone?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Happy Thursday to you.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, man.
We're
It's
looking
good
for
to hear
those
from you.
4 minutes of nutritional vibes.
Scorch, you know, I know you work with a lot of people giving out nutritional advice and designing diets for people. What's one thing that you encounter all the time? You know, that's kind of something that all Americans are facing as a challenge in their diet that maybe there's a quick fix for.
And this is a really fun one, man. I'm excited for this one because this kind of gives everybody a nice feel for what it is that we're actually up against. And I just want to be straightforward on this one here. You know, as Americans, we work very hard and we want to treat ourselves. And part of that reward happens to be a lot of times through food or going out. And, you know, the reward and working hard, it's kind of the reason why we work. But I don't want to offend anyone on this one, but like I said, Americans, we basically survive off of what I call a carnival diet. Not a carnivore diet, a carnivore diet, which is
like the
food
fair.
you can get at a carnival. Yeah, that's right. You know, hot dogs, hamburgers,
Corn dogs,
tacos, nachos, foods that we are familiar with. And, you know, not to mention we go inside the grocery store and these are well-packaged items that are just appetizing to our eyes. And again, it goes back to us wanting to treat ourselves. And so we pick it up, we see non-GMO, we see organic on it, and, you know, we just go for it. You know what? It's got enough on there, I'm in. And unfortunately, that's not enough to keep our bodies happy and to keep our minds in gear for the rest of the day. I want to leave a little positive angle on this. And this is one that I use, and it's called Found in Nature. Now, I only eat foods that are found in nature. And that makes it really easy to clean up when we're shopping. So if you pick up an item, it's got 10, 20 ingredients in it. Well, nature didn't, technically make that. So we go ahead and we put that one down. And we focus more on ingredients that we can become familiar with, like sweet potatoes, bell peppers, russet gold potatoes. And we find our simple, lean, healthy protein like salmon, farm-raised, pasture-raised chicken, grass-fed beef. And we make a healthy meal that gives our brain something and our bodies that reward that we actually need from running around. I mean, it's really not a complicated thing, but again, when we work so much, we want to treat ourselves, but let's go ahead and treat ourselves the right way and give ourselves something that our body's going to be happy about.
I love it. So what you're saying is look for stuff with very few ingredients and make sure the ingredients are something that's all natural. That basically you're not getting a lot of additives. You're just getting like a vegetable, a protein.
That's right.
And a
Let me give you another a small example of how process works, okay? If I took a potato and I got it raw, okay, and I boil it, that's one process. If I take it and I mash it up, now that mashed potato, unfortunately, is going to move through my body a lot faster than just a boiled potato, if you see what I'm saying. Those are two different processes, right? Now imagine if it makes it all the way to potato chips.
Right. Then suddenly it's been mashed up, flattened out, fried in oil, and doused in preservatives to stay,
Man, you hit the nail on the head, Rid. That's it. And that's how we look at all of our foods from here on out. So that way we feel confident when we're cooking for ourselves. It doesn't have to be something that we don't enjoy. And, we can use grass-fed butter, sea salt, really flavor that thing up and just enjoy our foods in a state that's closest to nature as possible.
Scorch, it's always such a pleasure to have you on the show and such good advice for people out there worrying about what they're going to eat. It's a really sort of a KISS philosophy. Keep it simple.
Awesome, Scorch.
I love it, man.
Thanks for your
Awesome
4
talking
minutes
to
of
you guys.
nutrition, bro. We really appreciate it, and it's blowing up here on the show. You and Doc have become some of the biggest ones on the show.
Man, I love it. How are the crystals doing?
No crystals today. I didn't pack my bag right. I left my crystals on my tripod at the studio. That's all the time we got for you today, Scorch. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Scorch. Who dat? Got her.
Here he comes. Dr. Almighty.
Dr. Bruce.
Doc, you there with us today, buddy?
Hey, I'm good, guys. How you doing?
Great. It's nice to hear from you.
Everybody's got a bad case of loving you, Doc.
I love them back.
Doc, Scorch came through with some great practical advice about our bodies, and we always depend on you for advice about our minds. Is there anything in particular maybe you could suggest for us, just like a daily sort of a mental program
regimen,
we can get
Absolutely.
on maintenance,
You know
some sort
what?
of mental maintenance?
I never will give to you something that I don't do myself. So I'm going to give you exactly what I do. Let's start with the first step in clearing the mind, which is pranayama. Prana is a Sanskrit word meaning breath or life force, really. Yama
Okay, breath.
meaning control of, right? So you get the control of breath, the control of your life force. So pranayama is a breathing exercise or many breathing exercises that you can choose from that helps use the breath to help regulate how the body works, including the mind in calming it down.
Pranayama. Okay, so
Pranayama.
How does one practice this technique?
All right, so there are a bunch of different techniques out there, but I'm gonna give you guys the one that I call it the 1 minute breath. It's given to me by my guru. He didn't call it that, but I'm gonna call it that because it makes it easy to understand. And it's something that you can practice from a beginner up to advanced. Now, a 1 minute breath includes a 20 count inhalation, a 20 count hold of the breath, and then a 20 count exhalation. Now, that is the goal. Because if you try that even right now, you might find it a little bit difficult without practice. But you can start with a 5 count inhalation, a 5 count hold, and a 5 count exhalation, right? Breathe in for 5 seconds, count 5 seconds, breathe out for 5 seconds. It don't have to be 5 full seconds. You're counting this in your head. The reason this is important to keep nice and balanced is because you want the body to go into rhythm. Because when the body's in rhythm, it can then find a mode to relax. And we want the brain to be nice and relaxed. When we're controlling our breath this way, especially with that 20 count hold, the body has a tendency to relax itself because it's releasing serotonin and dopamine. And when it does that, those hormones not only elevate mood, but also causes the physical body to go into a slight sense of relaxation. So then the mind can rest. And that way you get your peace. And if you take a few minutes after your breathing exercises, let's say you did the 1 minute breath for 6 to 12 times, after that, just sit in silence and man, watch the miracles happen.
What actually is happening to your body at that time? Is it like any serotonin, dopamine, or anything like that that's happening?
So the inhalation and exhalation can help you produce neurochemicals, including both serotonin and dopamine, which are your happy hormones, right? But not only that, when you're exhaling, you're getting rid of acid, you're blowing off acid, so you alkalinize the body, which causes the body to function more efficiently. Also, when you're exhaling, you're getting rid of other toxins that might be aerosolized, right? So that helps the body to help heal and recover. When you're inhaling for that long, you're increasing the oxygen in the body significantly. The brain loves it. It feels good with it. The body uses it to help with your hemoglobin and your tissues to be perfused. But also that extra oxygen, it becomes a free radical, it becomes a chemical that can help scavenge free radicals, reducing inflammation in the body. So we get reduced inflammation, increased concentration and relaxation, and a reduction in your toxin production.
That sounds perfect.
How
That
about
sounds
that?
absolutely perfect. Hey, thank you so much, Doc. I'm going to try some pranayama, some breath control on my daily activities. It sounds like just a really good way to start off the day really nice and centered and focused.
Doc, thank you so much for your time. We always love your opportunities with you.
Many blessings, guys. Unceasing.
Ciao, Doc.
Nice.
Yes, sir. We had a bad case of loving the doctor. Man, that was really good.
Yeah, man. I'm going to hit with some
What did you think about that, Johnny? Maybe we get a shirt or a hat or something with the
we have a
breathing.
shirt that says dopamine on it.
That's
I love
mine.
the little smile on the back.
Nice.
It's a natural way to get good vibes.
Coming up here in the next 15 minutes, we're going to be taking your calls. Johnny has decided to stick around with us. If you have any questions about Funky Nola, he's going to be fielding your calls.
Jam
I'm sorry,
Nola.
about Jam Nola.
This guy's got funk on
Funky
his
Nola
mind.
is where my recording
I like that
studio is.
harmonica hat.
That's where Whistle and I record like the advertisement stuff for the show.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I keep
Funky
saying
Nola,
that.
Funky Nola.
But no, this is
Jam.
Jam Nola here. We're here with John Liss. And he's told us all about the wonderful things they're doing over there. We want to give you a chance to call in at the 45-minute mark right after our little.
And if you want to talk
advertisement.
about
the number is
Saints.
504-556-9696. That's 504-556-9696.
And you can also see us, look at us live at Only Good Vibes News Network on YouTube. And it's Saints season. The game is about to start this in a few hours. We're going to kick off a football season. Catch you soon.
All right.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Get hype on game day with the official Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement of NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon to NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball race. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAmotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
Getting ready to host a party but feeling overwhelmed? Gray's Gardens is here to help. From intimate to extravagant, Gray's Gardens creates delicious charcuterie boards, tables, and boxes. We're not just talking meat and cheese here. We've got nuts, almonds, honey, sweets, seafood, and so much more. We also offer hassle-free Bloody Mary bars with all the fixings. Make a big impression on your guests. Olympic-themed boards are popular this year, or you could liven up your game day parties this football season with custom-built tables. Gray's Gardens takes care of everything, from setup to cleanup. So contact Michelle at Gray's Gardens on Instagram today. Gray's Gardens, charcuterie meets attitude.
What's up, my people? This is Derek Smoker Freeman. You're listening to the Only Good Vibes News Network with Jamie and Whistle right here on AM 990 in New Orleans. Yeah.
You got the accent, Joey the positive is lemonade.
Yeah, you're right. Accentuate the positive. That's our man,
good
Mr. Doctor. Dr. John. We're here. We got the positive vibe going. We got the Jam Nola founder, John Liss, here in the studio. He stuck around to take any questions you might have. Please give us a call, 504-556-9696. You can talk about the Saints. You can talk about anything positive, any good news, anything we've had on the show. You can talk about our old shows. You can just call and say hello to Whistle and Jay. It's all good.
And you also can go pay for my parking if you want to, because the app's not cooperating.
That would make you happy, wouldn't it?
Not
Would
cooperating.
that would make you really happy.
No, but so the Saints, guys. I'm curious to see who you guys. What's your record today?
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna make the pick. I'm gonna write it down this way when we get to the end of the season.
Pick here, but
you're not gonna make a pick.
You can, Jay.
I'm gonna make a pick.
You want to make?
I'm not going.
I'm not going to go either.
I'm going 10 and 7.
Goodbye.
I'm saying 10 and 7 out the gate.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wait, they have 17 games now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 10 and 7. I'm saying 10 and 7. Straight out the gate, I'm hitting 10 and 7.
If you twist my arm and force me, I'm gonna see if I can get Ron on this one first. Ron, what's your record for the? And remember, no politics, no religion, and no negativity.
So you really want to know?
I really want to know.
Our producer Ron, we want him to weigh
Producer
in.
Ron is donned in his Saints hat and also his lovely Saints hoodie, which I have never seen. It's a combine one.
All right, give it to us.
No pressure, Ron.
7.
7 and 10.
So you're going the inverse of mine. You think we're gonna,
So look, okay, guys, let me explain something to you.
I had faith, but
so you can't say you have faith and then say but.
But
because faith means there's no but.
Exactly.
I had faith, but
all right, hold on, John. You got one for us? What do you think? 17 games. What wins and losses?
Don't
for
let
the
these
Saints?
guys pressure.
I'm going to go 9-8.
9 and 8.
Yeah.
All right.
9 and 8.
Good vibes. Yeah.
Goodbye.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So here's where I'm at.
I still got my season tickets. I'm all good.
Okay, so I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
Come on now. Everybody's. Come on now. You can do it. You can give
All
us a
right,
pick.
11-6.
11-6. Oh, you just got to have the. Oh, look. Hey, our buddy, one of our good friends, the King of Oak,
Friend of the show.
He's got his pick.
Oh, goodness.
14-3. He wanted to beat Whistle's optimism, I think.
There you go.
Well, if you
Good
look,
vibes. Good vibes.
if we would go 14-3, then I tell you what, Quaid, you're gonna get a fancy dinner from me.
Oh, look at that. He says if you're the winner, then he's getting you a fancy dinner.
Steak dinner if you want.
Winner with a steak dinner.
So how about
Anybody want to call in and give us your pick for the Saints season? We're anxious to hear it. I'm recording them all here at the end of the season. When we get up, around the end of December into January, we're gonna take a look at this and we're gonna see who was dialed in at this early date on the Saints season.
So, Johnny, why don't you tell me something about the last 4 years that just is really memorable, and you looked at yourself and you were like, man, I am so happy
Like, this
that
is
we
really happening.
move forward with this project. Like, and I know there's probably many of them, but like one of the ones that it really hit you, it felt good. I was at a couple of parties and I felt that. I'm just curious about how you felt.
I think when I'm in a different city and I see somebody wearing one, we have this shirt that says sunshine in human form.
Yes.
Which is like
very
like
positive.
some of our merch like with the good vibe makes people smile. And when you see that in another place in the world that you brought like this smile to somebody, I would say also when you walk in and there's so many people inside just having fun, and you're when you bring joy to more people than you ever expected in life, I would say that's a reason to celebrate and be memorable.
That's special because you guys and someone sent me a text earlier and they were joking, but I'm going to ask you because you said that about traveling. They wanted to know how many frequent flyer miles do you and Chad have?
That's a personal question.
When million is one of the ones, and I was like, half a million.
I used to, but when I had a day job, I had a lot of miles, but we use them all the time, And by the way, a big thanks to Chad who creates all of the merch and is my.
He does a heck of a job.
My partner in crime. You're wearing a Jam Nola hat right now that says
yes.
Funk
it.
And it's black and gold.
It's limited edition, by the way.
And yeah, it is. It's real. And look, and when you're in New Orleans, you'll know a lot about funk.
Yeah.
So one of those things that I gotta say,
I have no miles right now. By the way, they're gone. I have no more day job. It's all just everything's Jam Nola.
So I mean, John, I gotta be honest, Johnny. How many? So with you and Chad, when you guys had this place built, and you ever look at it and say, man, are we gonna put it in some other place besides New Orleans, or is New Orleans gonna be the only place that's gonna have this?
Oh God, that's a good question. We have some ideas. I don't think we could ever duplicate what New Orleans is our home. It's everything. I don't know if you ever. I was having a discussion about this last week with somebody. I don't think we could ever create exactly the same thing, but we definitely could bring joy to other places in the world, especially, but I don't know. Right now, the big focus is I just want to bring joy to Frenchman Street.
I love
next
it.
year,
Yes.
and then we'll take the rest after
Look,
that.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I am happy because there's a difference. I am a happy 6th generation New Orleanian, and I try and find all the positive things, not only in New Orleans but in life. But for you guys, you're a definite constant positive light, like a generator. And so I was just wondering, obviously New Orleans has its own fingerprint, but if you go all over the place and you got places that you love, I know you love Costa Rica. I have loved Costa Rica. And just this message, your mission can truly go anywhere.
I 100% agree with you. How could you not? By the way, good vibes. You can take it anywhere. I hope people listen all around the world. So the same idea. I think we've created something really special.
You guys definitely have. We're in a process by lining ourselves with folks like you and trying to put some light on the wonderful things you're doing. But I had a thought a second ago when you were saying, oh man, what was it? I wanted to talk about how exciting it was for me when I first went in there.
Yeah.
But can you explain some of the things that's like your? I mean, I know you had the one that's your favorite one, but
No,
Like
I can
some
tell
things
you.
that you have to come and see.
Absolutely. First of all, we want to know what your jam is. What brings you joy in this city? Is it music, art, or food? Right. So that's part of the, for we explain
What's
that.
your jam?
And
Come
then,
check it out.
And then we have these exhibits. It starts with the feather forest. You go through these hurricane doors, and you're immersed into a world of feathers by an artist named Julian Lanyap. You go through All on a Mardi Gras Day. You go into another room called Taking It to the Streets.
Wow.
Action Jackson,
yeah.
that's
Action Jackson.
and you see this amazing artwork by Jeremy Payton, Noah Church, Jade Myers, Josh Haley. Then you go to another room created by Chad, a bead room. You go into the Bling Bayou, all about the wetlands of Louisiana. A room called Spirit Trees, etc.
Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to say, my favorite room is that sound thing. And if you could give the sound, looks like we're running out of time, but the sound machine,
the sound garden, yeah.
When they hit the wall and well, who did that? What's the artist's name? Give him a plug.
It's actually by a professor at NOCA. His name is Marcus Brown, and he's
okay.
And he created. It's called a Dinkra Henny. It's a symbol of power, and it's a proximity sound device with amazing sax riffs by Kari Allen Lee.
It is amazing, just like you and Chad and everyone that's
Thank
over
you.
there. I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining. And we also want you to know that the world is full of good people. And if you don't see one,
be one.
On game day with a Whistle Monster bobblehead. This action figure means business. With his game day attire and trademark oversized whistle head, grab yours today for only $40 at the following location. Jam Nola, located at 2832 Royal Street, or at Empire State Deli, located at 447 St. Charles Avenue. But remember, you can always go to whistlemonster.com for all your monster gear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, bobbleheads, and even bumper stickers. This season, show off your New Orleans football spirit in style.
Only Good Vibes News Network is brought to you in part by NOLA Learning Support,
providing educational therapy for students kindergarten through college with dyslexia and other mild to moderate learning differences.
Contact them at NOLALearningsupport.com.
They provide help for struggling students using research and experience to improve self-confidence and reinforce reading and writing skills.
NOLALearningsupport.com. Supporting young people is a great vibe.
Looking for action-packed fun? Come experience the excitement at NOLA Motorsports Park, just minutes from downtown New Orleans.
Feel the thrill of racing on our world-class karting tracks. Perfect for all ages and skill levels. Planning a special event? Host your next party or corporate outing with us for a unique and exciting experience.
Keep an eye out for an exhilarating new attraction coming soon in NOLA Motorsports Park. This October, don't miss our spine-chilling zombie paintball race. Gear up and take on the undead in an epic paintball battle.
Ready to join the fun? Visit NOLAMotorsports.com to book your adventure today. NOLA Motorsports Park,
where excitement never stops.
Anytime, anywhere. Smartphone, tune-in radio app, WGSO.com. On the AM dial at 990, we are WGSO, New Orleans.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting. In a major campaign speech to the Economic Club of New York, former President Donald Trump, the Republican presidential nominee, touted his economic accomplishments while in office, saying he always considered what was best for the country.
In every decision I asked, will I create jobs here or will I be sending jobs overseas? Will it make America richer and stronger or will it make our country weaker and poorer? I always put America first every single time.
The speech is the latest evidence that he and Democrat Kamala Harris want to take the corporate tax rate in opposite directions while arguing that each